So yeah, I may have woken up at 4 a.m. only to drive 3.5 hours to Kansas City to search through 4 different Sam's Clubs before I was able to locate the AtGames Legends Ultimate Arcade for purchase. But I figured I owed it to everybody out there, considering I'm partially responsible for initiating a lot of the fervor and excitement around this arcade ever since I released that first video from E3 showcasing this for the first time with that on-hands in-depth look and interview. And of course I will be doing an in-depth video review later on. That's not the topic of today's video. Today we're going to go ahead and crack this thing open and see what kind of internals we're working with, as well as what kind of brain power is powering this unit. So grab a chair, get comfortable, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and let's go ahead and do some arcade surgery, shall we? So first thing, let's go ahead and examine the outside of it. We've got our joystick, ball top, 8-way joystick, feels like it's got a 4-way restrictor inside. We got our spinner, free spinning, we got our buttons, nice little click to them. We got the ball, trackball. It doesn't freely spin, feels like there's some sort of resistance in there. I can't get it to go. There we go, I have to really put some oomph into it to get it to go more than a little bit. Again, spinner on this side, 6-button joystick, volume up and down, start, menu button, start, and the rewind button. And then up top we've got the channel selector to go from the different ports, as well as the HDMI and USB connections. So let's go ahead and crack her open. Looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no wait, can't count, I'm sorry, 5 screws. Oh my, we got all sorts of goodies in here. All right. So controls wise, looks like the joysticks, as I suspected, have a 4-way restrictor gate. These look like the standard Sanwa knockoffs, so it should be rather simple to throw in an 8-way octagonal restrictor gate for fighting games if you want to go that route. Alrighty, got our typical 5-cord connection. Going over, let's see, we got our trackball and our connecting board here. Trackball being underneath this. And then let's look at the buttons. So the buttons do have micro switches. They look to be screw-in type. That's cool. Very handy there. I really like that these are not soldered on, and these are just easy quick connects and disconnects. So that'll make things handy. Got our They did a pretty good job keeping this tidy as far as their cord management. See the board here, we've got the HDMI cable, and then all of our joysticks and buttons in here. And we have a ribbon cable that also goes to our ports and menus. All sorts of good stuff going on here. I'm going to do a little bit of digging further and research a little bit of what's going on here. Got, of course, the trackball interface, no, excuse me, trackball, the spinner interface. Can't talk today, probably because I've been up since 4 a.m. Looks like some black electrical tape trying to hold that together. That's not the best method, but overall, kind of what I was expecting. Alright, and let's get a look at the monitor. Looks like the screws are probably going to be in the back. Sure enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Count a little better that time. So that's super glued in, so maybe, all right, I need to rearrange this moment. Okay, so I unhooked the power connector as well as the Ethernet cable from the back of the panel, and now we are free to get in here. So here's our interface for the monitor and everything. We've got a ribbon cable going from the board to the monitor, and then we also have some audio connections as well as some power for the LED strip on the light up marquee. We've got our interface cables for everything that goes into the back of the control panel, so that's all plugged in here. And we've got our power to the monitor itself. The monitor doesn't appear to be any kind of name brand, so to speak. A little bit of it's cut off here, but it's mounted in here with these L brackets, so that's kind of impressive. I've actually been rather impressed with how this is designed and put together. It's still particle board, mind you, so don't get all excited thinking this is going to be an indestructible thing, but it is sturdy enough despite it being particle board. Got the antenna there glued in there. That's kind of funny. Speaker wise, very small speakers. That'll be the first thing I probably mod and replace. Definitely lots of room to add some big beefy speakers in here. In fact, if you'll notice, they've actually pre-drilled some larger holes, so that's probably the first thing I will do is swap out these. See, are they soldered on there? Yeah, that's easy enough. Easy enough to swap those out. And then the LED strip itself for the light up marquee, it's just a thin LED strip, but it goes across the entire length, and it's back here. And as you can see, back up a little bit, the marquee itself has a frame, and then just the center portion is kind of bezeled out there to where it lights up that portion of the marquee, but held in there with a couple screws. Easy to swap that out if you want to put some custom graphics in there, which I'm sure the third-party market will be very quick to fix. So that's what we got in there. Guys, like I said, once again, let me know in the comments down below what you want to see me cover further and dive into when I do my official review video. And that wraps it up for today's video. Guys, let me know in the comments down below what questions or things you want me to cover in my official review video, and I'll be sure to follow up. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know every time I upload new content. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.